Today we got the Tristar Raptor ATAC 12 gauge, shoots at the 3-inch. And we're going to be shooting some target load, some buckshot, and some slugs. Let's see how reliable this semi-automatic shotgun is. Now, since I've got it, I've only put maybe 100 rounds through it, or I should say 100 shells. And depending on what type they are, I've seen different consistencies. So we'll go through a few of those today. So today we're going to be testing Federal target load, Remington target load, Arctan target load, or whatever you call that brand, Wolf buckshot double lock, and Winchester slugs 2 3/4 inch. Okay, we got 5 rounds of Federal target load loaded up, and we're going to see how well they cycle with this brand new Tristar Raptor. Well, go for it again. It's pushing back the bolt, but that spring hasn't been worn in enough for it to eject that shell. Okay. Alright, so out of 5 rounds, we had 0 chamber automatically. So we can go ahead and say that this shotgun's not broken in well enough. The spring's not broken in well enough. Next up, we have the Arctan target load, and we're going to see if the shotgun can cycle these through. We got 5 rounds in just like last time, so let's see what happens. Small brass check. No. Okay, so the R10 wasn't strong enough to get the, well, that just happened, to get the Raptor to cycle correctly. We're going to move to the Remington Gun Club target loads. Okay, so we got the Remington target loads loaded up, and we're going to see how these cycle. Maybe we can get some semi-automatic action going. Felt good. But nope. A little bit more power to these. Man, letting me down. Oh, there we go. Okay, so out of 5 rounds we got, or 5 shells, we got 3 of them to cycle correctly. We got a little bit of semi-automatic going there during the end. Let's go ahead and load up 5 more of those. Okay, so to load this shotgun, it's basically like any other shotgun that's semi-automatic or like your standard 12 gauge. You want to push the bolt forward on this. It's probably like one of the only things that's going to be different from a pump action and semi-automatic. One of the major differences, you're going to want to put your bolt forward. And to do that, all you're going to do is press this little button in right here. It takes a little bit of force. Once you do that, that feed tray unlocks, so you can start feeding shells in. Okay, and this holds 5. So you feed all 5 shells in, and then there's a little button over here on the side. Once you press this button down, it loads 1 shell into the feed tray, and all you have to do is pour your bolt to the rear, let it go forward, and you have a shell in the tube ready to fire. Simple as that. Got those 5 loaded up now. Let's see what we can do. 1 failure to feed. 2 failure to feed. 3 failure to feed. Alright, come on. 4 failure to feed. Wow. All 5 failed to feed. Versus last time when 3 out of 5 feeded correctly. Okay, next up, we're going to be using Wolf double lock buckshot. Let's go ahead and load those up. Got 3 of these. We're going to see how well they chamber. I'm going to try to hit a little bit of steel out there, so maybe you'll hear it. We'll see. Okay, for that second round of buckshot we fired, the camera fell, but it did cycle properly, so let's go ahead and move on to the third round. Now, this last round of buckshot, we're going to go for that steel silhouette target, which is way back there. You can probably barely see it, but it's towards the center of your screen to the left of the white gong. See if we can't hit that from here. Again, couldn't tell you if we did, but that wasn't the purpose of this. That was to see if we could cycle all the rounds through the shotgun without a failure to cycle. Alright, next up, we're going to go for that back gong again, but this time we're going to be using slugs. So let's see what we can do. Okay, good hits on target and cycled properly. Okay, that's cycled properly. And now we're going to go for the orange target. And that also cycled properly. Now I know there's a lot of failure to feeds today on these lighter loads we were using, but that's to be expected when buying a brand new semi-automatic shotgun. With the buckshot and the slugs, it performed flawlessly. The only thing that I could really hold against this shotgun would have to be this rear sight. I don't know how good you can see it in the video, but look how loose that gets. And right before we did this video, I tightened it down as much as I could, but it's not really a big problem. We're just gonna have to get some Loctite on it, and that should solve the problem. Other than that, hope you got something from this video. You can get these off a lot of websites. I got this one off Sportsman's Guide for around 350 bucks. It's a lot of fun. You just got to break it in. Once I break it in a little bit more, I'll be shooting a lot more target load just to mess around. Okay guys, hope you enjoyed the video, maybe got something from it. I know it's basic, bare bones, but this is mainly to see how a Tristar Raptor would function right out of the box. So from seeing this, you probably want to use heavier loads like buckshot and slugs. Again, thanks for watching. Well, that just happened.